Alright, so here's the deal, guys. The GoPro legitimately died back there when I was doing that tie-in. And I have thought about not including the tie-in and claiming the GoPro died while I was doing it because of the fact, as you guys saw, I dug that low and had to go back and fix it and correct it. And as an operator, you know, that's kind of a hit to the pride when you don't dig something nice and flat and level and your eyes fool you. But at the same time, the more I think about it, the more, as you guys know, my channel is here to help new guys get into the industry and to kind of change the mentality of the industry. Everybody has days where you dig stuff low and you're not actually, you know, perfectly level accurate every time. And so yeah, I didn't dig it nice and flat and level, and at the same time, that's okay. As you saw, it's not the end of the world. We can fix it. And sometimes experienced operators don't always dig flat and level. So I did decide to go ahead and leave that in the video. And I do want you guys to understand that it is not a knock on your abilities because you don't dig flat and level every freaking time. Even experienced operators have their days. You know, and I've talked about that in the dozer too, that there are some days, even though I have, I don't know, 1,500, maybe 2,000, maybe even more hours in a dozer, there are some days where it feels like my first day in a dozer and I've got to slow myself down. So don't get down on yourself if you struggle digging level and, you know, you have off days. It is not the end of the world. Don't beat yourself up about it. So instead, laugh at the fact that, you know, I just dug that so low and had to go fix it on YouTube, where the world can see and ridicule me. You're welcome, everyone. You're welcome. So this is our last line that we're going to do in this field, and then it sounds like we are totally switching to another site down the road. And the more time that goes on, the more it's sounding like I'm going to go on ditch cleaning duty. So that should be interesting. I've never cleaned ditches before. And right on cue, because I'm making a video, my phone starts ringing. Let's see who that is. Oh, did you need your laser still? Yeah, you got it. So what happened there, he's got his laser base set up here, and he is down at that end of the job down there. I don't know if you can see him or not. Yeah, you can see him. And I was blocking his laser for his last little run there. So I'm gonna have to stay out of the way for the time being. Boy, he is right where I need to be too. Well, I tell you what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm gonna turn the cameras off. I'm gonna fill this ditch back in, and I'm probably gonna fire the cameras back up when we get to the new site where I've got some ditch cleaning to do. I'll try to get some drone footage of it before we start, so we've got a 0 point to compare back to. So yeah, we'll catch you guys here in a little bit. Well, guys, I told you I'd check in with something interesting. We are about to start a very long journey to another field, and along the way we're gonna pop some trees out of the ground, and we're gonna clean some ditches, and we got all sorts of good stuff coming up. So let me flip around here and get this coupled. So basically, way over there in that back corner, I'm gonna cross through the woods. There's a ditch back there that needs cleaning. We're gonna knock a couple trees down. One of them is a tree branch that fell over that's pretty good size. One's an actual tree that needs to go down. But in order to get back over there, this is a ditch right in front of us. So we've got to go all the way to the road up there, go around the ditch, then come all the way down this ditch line, follow the back of the field back here, back into the woods. So we've got, like, I don't know, at least a half hour of tracking, if not longer. So I have a time-lapse camera set up on the outside of the machine. So I'm gonna flip you guys over to that, and you guys enjoy the journey. And we'll see you guys here in a bit. trip here. We're about, I don't know, 20-ish minutes in. I don't know. I haven't been keeping track, but we have this tree branch off to the side here that has fallen, and we're going to try to pull it down and out of the way and set it back in the woods, and we're going to try to do that without bringing the other dead branches down on top of the machine. So we're going to go full let's dig here, because Chris does such a fantastic job, and I've been watching his YouTube for so many years. I feel like I can be a tree guy too. So let's go see if we can't wreck Taylor's machine here and bring a tree down on ourselves. Maybe. What you guys can't see is there is a dead limb that kind of hangs over a little bit, which is why I'm not getting overly aggressive about getting under this tree. I was hoping to yank this down without. Where that sucker. Alright, we're going in. We're going in. Alright, she's loose now. Now I can get her. Say this 140 needs just a little more reach. I keep finding myself coming up just a little short. And yes, I'm aware that there are a plethora of puns in that statement, but I promise it's not an all the time problem. Or is it? Maybe it is. Maybe I'm just trying to compensate with YouTube. The other thing about this machine in particular, it's got a generic thumb on it that doesn't necessarily fit this bucket, and so you've really got to have that bucket curled all the way in order to get it to mate with the thumb, which is a little irritating. Alright, we're going to let them clean the rest of that up. I don't want to deal with it. Alright, there was exciting stop number 1. I'll flip the camera back on when we get to exciting stop number 2. Alright, exciting stop number 2. I've got to take this freaking tree down, and it is tall as it's hanging over. None of this is making me feel good and comfortable, because I also have nowhere to go if this thing decides to fall the wrong way. So here's to hoping watching Chris on YouTube has made me a good enough operator that I don't have to sweat this too hard. That almost went where I wanted it. I was kind of wanting it off the path, but at the same time, it didn't fall this way, so we're good. Sorry, gotta get the tripod from banging around. I don't really want to break the window here. All right. There's just no room to maneuver here. It's my favorite part. Ooh, she's heavy. And all I'm trying to do here is clean a bunch of this dirt off of the root ball so that I actually have the cojones to handle this thing. This is where it would be nice to have a 160 size. Just another step up would be just enough, I think, to really be able to manhandle this without any issues. Come on now. I really would like to rotate that, but it ain't going to happen, I don't think. Yeah, unfortunately, it's pinned up against that other tree over there. And I am not going to be able to sneak it past it. Far over as she's going. Let's see if we can move the root ball over a little bit. That's what I'm looking for. Better. Well, we'll just replant that tree. trying to do here is kind of fix their path back up, so if they bring any equipment back here, there won't be a terrible sinkhole. It ain't gonna be perfect, but hey, it's a farmer's field anyway. About the only thing that comes back here is a little gator anyway. You son of a... Stay down. Every once in a while, you just get one of those stubborn bastards that doesn't want to lay down. There. All right, let me get my bucket and I will be on my way. Okay, we're set to go. I'll catch you guys in a second here. All right, let's talk about what we're gonna do here now that we've tracked through the woods for an hour and a half. I'm exaggerating. It was probably a half hour, 40 minutes. All love to get back in here. So while I'm meandering around. So on our way, excuse me. On our way, we took out the tree limb. We took out the one tree that was in the way. I didn't think it really needed to go, but they wanted it to go, so I pushed it down. It is what it is. So now we are back here in the woods, and we're dealing with this right here. So what we're starting with, we're gonna walk back just a hair more, just around the river bend, as Pocahontas would say. Just around the river bend. So right back here around this bend, you can see it coming into view. There's a pipe that's flowing, and we are starting there. And we have to dig this ditch out. And when I say dig this ditch out, right now it's only about a foot deep. We're gonna take about 4 foot of muck out of this thing. It's gonna be exciting. So basically starting right here, here's our pipe. We're gonna start right here, working that way, so working upstream. We're gonna start digging all of this muck and nastiness out. I don't think this ditch has been cleaned in probably 10 or 15 years. So we're gonna start working our way back up this way. We're gonna bail back into the woods. So we're gonna go all the way around this bend, and then coming back up here, the other pipe that you saw crossing, which is right up here, that is actually just a little crossover that we're gonna pull out, and we are going to put in a 12-inch culvert, I believe is what he said. But I have to wait to yank this out. But that's gonna get yanked out, and coming back over here, we're gonna clean this ditch line. And I don't honestly know what he wants to do here, because he wants me to push all that stuff back, but at the same time, you almost need a forestry head to get in there. So we may wait for Taylor to get up here before I go take that one on, because I don't want to tear his machine up. Yeah, because look at all that brush that's got to come out of there. Like this whole area right in here, you almost need a Fecon head to just mow some of that through. I mean, I can yank it out, but it is what it is. So anyway, that's first project that we're gonna work on. Here's the auto shutdown on the Doosan. That's the one thing I hate, the auto shutdown. I hate it. This right here used to be a ditch, and this used to be a ditch, and they met right here, believe it or not. Again, this hasn't been, I bet it's been 20 plus years since this has been maintained. That is about 2 feet lower than this point here. So we're actually going to dig this part down, because we're going to cross here with another pipe. And then we're gonna continue our ditch line. Oh, by the way, this ditch is getting clean just about where it bends around, where you can see the light grass up there. So there's a little green patch, and then there's light grass on the other side. We're going to the light grass on the other side. This ditch line is getting cleaned back around the wood line. So I'm gonna push that junk that's fallen over in there. We're gonna push that back, and we're gonna carry that over, and then I'll just blend to existing down there. I knew that was gonna happen. I knew it. As soon as I started recording, I was like, you know, I bet the battery's gonna die. I think GoPro actually has it programmed in that when the camera senses you're on a roll, it's like, and you're done. So anyway, back there, 12-inch culvert, then we're gonna continue our ditch line. We're gonna take out that little bridge right there. We're gonna hook some chains to it, yank that sucker up. That's actually an old, like flatbed truck bed. So we're gonna yank that up out of there, clean underneath it, set it back down, and then there's like a mile of ditch line going that way that we are going to clean. So I'm gonna pull out the drone. I'm gonna do a before drone shot, and we're gonna run that ditch line. And then I'll put you back in the cab, and whether it's today's video or tomorrow's video, I have a feeling that this is gonna stretch into 2 days because it's like just today is such a long project. But whether it's today's video or tomorrow's video, we're gonna clean some ditches, bitches. So yeah, let's flip over to a drone shot of the before of the ditch line. Catch you guys in a minute. Told Taylor he can't hold me responsible for scratching up his new machine because he has got me in all sorts of stuff here. Ooh, that is thick. Nice. That is super thick. Woo! Okay, well, let's see here. We're gonna get lined up a little better. Hopefully not bash our counterweight. Yes, juicy. And this is my first time ever cleaning a ditch, so I have no idea what I'm doing. You guys feel free to comment and tell me what a terrible job I'm doing. Bring it on. I hate being in the woods like this. There's just so much stuff you've got to pay attention to and look out for, and I'm not a fan. Come on, branch, root, whatever you are. Sloppy. Yeah, that's why I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't worry about getting caught up on everything. Ooh, she's pulling me over. We're gonna swing this way now. Try to stay out of those trees a little bit. Now the nice thing is I do believe I've found hard bottom down there. And I thought I was gonna have to go deep for that, so that makes me feel better. And the other nice thing about this is, as you can see, we're totally digging in the blind here. I have no idea where the bottom is on my last pass. I'm just kind of doing it by feel and general look. And I'm trying not to rip hydraulic lines off a machine at the same time. Really, like, every aspect about this is really exciting. I'm a really big fan. Thanks, Taylor. I'm getting greedy. I'm going for one more. There. Don't have to worry about them anymore. Oh, it's so good. So good. Oh, and there's 4 branches up there. Excellent. Alright guys, we're going to test the low light of the GoPro because it is almost dark. I am working in the dark. So you've heard me talk about it before on this channel. You work long hours in the excavating industry, and we're working some long hours. So here's what I got done. I don't know if you can see it or not. Alright, so we've got the ditch line that way dug. It looks like crap right now, but I was just trying to get water to run. This way I've actually got looking halfway decent. I don't know if you can see that or not, but we're gonna take that a little further tomorrow. And then coming back over here, let's get out of the light of the excavator so the camera will adjust. Yeah, it's dark. Woo, this is gonna look like crap. It's gonna look terrible, but we've got all the way around the bend with our main ditch. So we're gonna continue that tomorrow and keep working that way. So I know this is no light and it looks like crap, but that's the end of day 1. So yeah, we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.